Good evening and welcome everybody. My name is Brian Dalmaso and welcome to the VIV business presentation. And as you can see here, our tagline is VIV Life Better. So VIV is Latin for live. So our tagline is actually live life better. And that is really the purpose and the mission of our company. What we're going to show you over the next couple of minutes here is a business model, a platform for making people's lives better with the things that they're already doing on a daily basis. Now, when we talk about business platforms and online platforms, you're probably familiar with Uber and Airbnb. These are companies that revolutionized entire industries by using technology, right? Uber is the largest car company in the world, and they revolutionized worldwide an entire industry just by leveraging technology. And the same thing with Airbnb is they leveraged an entire industry. They changed and revolutionized the entire hotel industry, and they don't own any hotels. They just used technology to really radically shift and transform that industry. So VIV is very similar. We're a technology company. We're a platform that is revolutionizing industries by leveraging technology, and everybody here has a chance to participate in this revolution. Now, the difference with VIV is we're not talking about cars, and we're not talking about renting out your homes or your apartments. We're talking about asking you, who do you know that uses any of these services? Who do you know that has an electricity bill? Who do you know that has an internet bill? Does anybody you know have a cell phone? Right? So from 18 to 80, our demographic is literally everybody, things like home security, TV, satellite, energy. And we can work with people on an individual basis, meaning residential, and we can also work in the commercial space. So we are revolutionizing these industries across a wide platform, and the demographic is literally everybody. So when I talk about impacting people, most people don't know that Americans are overpaying more than $60 billion a year for things like electricity and cell phone and cable, and especially internet. I mean, think about this. Think back 10 years ago when your internet bill was $29, $39, and now it's $239. Like, that's one of the biggest bills we impact. So what we're doing is negotiating bills, and we're using bulk buying power. We're in all 50 states. And quite simply, our model, we are able to negotiate all of the existing bills that you have, and none of your services change. You don't get a different bill. Absolutely nothing changes for the client part of this deal. We're just simply negotiating bills and impacting them and lowering them. So guys, it's very, very simple. This is not a complicated business model. We have a platform. It's an online platform. You upload your bills and we save you money. I could really end the presentation now because that's as simple as it gets, and that's what we're doing. But let me go a little bit deeper onto how this works. As a VIV Life consultant, you get rights and license to market our services and products, and it operates off of your cell phone or your laptop or your iPad. And you can see here quite simply, we would just pique some interest. We have little 2-minute videos that explain everything we do. And you might be sitting with your mom or your dad or your relative saying, hey, I have a little side gig. I can lower your electricity bill, your cable bill, your internet bill, whatever they have, we can lower them. And you would simply enter them here on your phone. And then again, using the phones that we have, the smart technology, we just take pictures of the bills and then we upload them. So it's really, really simple. Now, as far as that goes, this is all we're doing. It's lead generation. We take pictures, we upload the bills. Then the team at the VIV Consultant Business Headquarters moves forward and negotiates those bills for your clients. And I got a couple of examples of what these bills look like. This is actually my dad, Raymond, who's 74 years old. He was super skeptical, so this was not easy. But I just told him, Dad, trust me, it doesn't cost you anything to upload your bill. Think about that. Most services that are being offered cost people first and they benefit second. Our services don't cost a dime until we save somebody money, and it's very transparent. So when I uploaded my dad's bill for his Xfinity, this was the email that he got. And you can see it here. Hey, Raymond, you've got savings. We just finished negotiating your Comcast bill, saved you $1,254 in the next 24 months. And it even broke down the monthly reduction, a little over $50 a month. There was a credit. And I want you guys to pay attention here because we also negotiated an upgrade. If you see at the bottom, they upgraded his service. He actually gained services. He got Showtime channels, 339 channels, for a free 6 months. So our team is very, very good at negotiating, but they also get people upgrades on their existing services. And I want to stress again, guys, that absolutely nothing changes for the client. It's the same billing, the same service. We're not changing phones. We're not changing your phone provider or anything like that. We're simply negotiating using buying power across all 50 states to get people lower bills. And here's another one. This was one of my realtors. You can see here she saved a little over $1,800, which is about $80 a month. And then she also got an upgrade on her internet speed. I thought this was pretty cool. She went from 150 megs to 1 gig. That was about 8 times faster than what she had. Now, guys, if you're wondering how this works, what we do is VIV negotiates the bills, and then we get half of what we save. So in this example, and you can see it even says this below, it says, thanks, Lauren, we negotiated $1,800. You're going to get a $900 savings, and VIV is going to get compensated 50% of that. But I want to be very, very clear that this is all dead money. What that means is people across the country do not have the ability to do what we're doing. They can't access, they can't negotiate like we can. They don't have the buying power. So when we split the savings, it's important that we tell people that, you know, they're not going to have access to these savings anyway. So it's almost like saying, you know, if I was going to give you $1 million, would you give me 500,000 back, right? So it's a very, very good service. And again, people don't get charged anything unless we save them money. And again, who do you know that has a cell phone? Who do you know that has internet? For those in the commercial world, and I'm not going to get too deep into this, we have things in the commercial space too where we can go in and we can lower utility bills, electric, phone cable, all that stuff, but we can also lower the HVAC costs and things of that nature on a commercial scale. And again, I'm not going to go too deep into this, but I do want to touch on the commercial side of this, because when we go into a restaurant or a hotel or any kind of a commercial building, we can save them 10 to 30% on their heating and cooling costs. And here's just an example here. One of our consultants went in to a gas station location and then ended up turning into 117 locations where we were able to go in and lower their costs. We saved the client about $500,000 a year in operating costs. Think about that. And this was a $60,000 commission for the VIV Life consultant. So again, we have much deeper trainings on this. I'm just going through an overview that we offer residential and commercial services. So guys, that's a nutshell of the products and services that we offer. What I'm going to do really quick is just explain the platform and explain a little bit of how we get paid. And if it resonates, we can dig a little deeper with some Q&A. But our platform, our system here is a $199 startup. And for that, you get every single thing that you need to run this business. Call it a business in a box. It runs off your cell phone, your iPad, your laptop. We have marketing videos. We enter your customers there. We upload the pictures there. Every single thing you need to run this business is on this one platform. You get your own unique website, and you get all the marketing materials, tracks your customers. So literally, there's only 2 things that we need to do in this business. Is we enroll customers. Who do you know that has a cell phone that wants to save money? Who do you know has internet? And then we help others do the same thing. Super, super simple business model, guys. We don't overcomplicate it. If you can get really good at these 2 things, you can build an empire across all 50 states, or you can build a nice little side gig earning, you know, $500 a month right in your backyard. So I'm going to quickly go over the different ways we get paid and then go through a quick training, and we'll open up for Q&A. So in this company, there's 5 different ways we get paid. We get paid upfront commissions. When we enroll a pro member with some of the benefits and services we have, it's a $75 commission. And everything from something as small as that all the way up to what you saw in the commercial space could be $10,000, $50,000. Some of our leads in commercial products and services can generate up to 6-figure commissions. We have everything from a little to a lot as far as an upfront commission. One of the more powerful ways we get paid is the residual level pay, 6 levels deep of residual level pay. And what this means is you can open up your own little store, call it an Amazon store or an online store right on your platform. And then you can show this to your brother, and maybe he wants to open up a business, or show it to maybe somebody that you work with or your boss. Or I happen to have a construction business, so I showed this to all of my plumbers and electricians and salesmen, and we built a team across the country. I think we're in 16 states with over 400 stores in the period of 12 months. So you can do everything from a little to a lot. But what we get paid on here is we're using leverage. So if you showed your sister and she showed her college friend showed somebody out in Texas, that person showed somebody in California, we're getting paid overrides, and we're leveraging 6 levels deep in commissions. And this is the best kept secret of millionaires and billionaires, right? Instead of working for an hourly paycheck, like most people are conditioned to in school, what we're doing is we're using the power of the internet, we're using leverage, and we're using technology to magnify what we can earn through this level pay. The third way we get paid, guys, is we get weekly base pay. As you start to grow your business, and we're going to show you this, the instant you join, you become a consultant 20, which is the first rank. If you enter your mom, your brother, and your sister, you rank up to a consultant 40. And then if you show one other person, you'll be a consultant 80. And I think if you show 2 people, you'll be right at that promoter 160 rank. So it's very, very fast. Inside of a week or 2, you could be up at the promoter 160 rank and earning an additional $10 a week base pay. Now, that may not sound like too much, but if you think about the activities that you did, you just showed a few people how to save some money. And the fact that that $10 a week will come every single week for the rest of your life, it starts to make sense about what leverage is, right? So we can build this business as big or as small as we want. And you can see here as we rank up to pace setter and partner and down to executive and above, these commissions, these weekly paychecks go 100, 500, 1,000 a week, 2,000, all the way up to $5,000 a week as we build a business over 3, 5, and 10 years. So this weekly pay, don't forget, it's the third way we get paid on top of the other 2 ways. And then, guys, we have something called generational pay. And I'm not going to get too deep into this, but this is for people that are building a business. You start to get to pace setter and partner and above, and it starts to pay down instead of 6 levels. This can pay down dozens or even hundreds of levels deep based on generation over generation of pace setter or partner and above. And the 5th way we get paid, guys, is profit sharing, corporate profit sharing. At the partner level, we get 2%. And again, at the executive level, you get into a pool of people that are sharing 2% of the profits as this company goes from 100 million to 500 million to $1 billion and beyond over the next 1, 3, and 5 years. So extremely lucrative opportunity. We're just over a year old, so this is still ground floor, but we've worked out all the kinks. We've got millions of dollars in savings as last time I checked, and we're impacting people all over the country. So we're absolutely at the right place at the right time with this business opportunity. And the other thing, guys, is we have global trips. We have give back trips. We go around the world doing sustainability trips. We have points programs where you can, just for being a consultant, just for working your business, we generate points, and you get to go on free trips around the world, impacting people, bringing water to a village, maybe bringing solar or bringing lighting to a village. And then the second half of these trips are just, full-on parties. I've been to a few of these. They're really, really cool. So we get to impact and roll up your sleeves and help people around the world as part of these mission trips. And we also get to have some fun together. So guys, at this point, again, this is not a complex business model. You either at this point want to save some money on your phone and your electric and your cable and your TV, which costs you nothing to do, or you might see the value in being a consultant, being your own customer, and maybe taking a shot at a side hustle and seeing if you could help people impact their lives, saving on bills. Again, when I told you about my dad, he's on a fixed income. Now, we didn't save him $20. We saved him $1,200, right? So that was a big deal. I want you to really think about that. Who do you know in your life that's struggling that could use an extra 50 or 100 bucks off of their utility bills and their phone bills and their cable bills? Like, we don't have to convince people to pay these bills. I don't have to sell somebody on this idea. They're already paying their electric anyway. They're already paying their phone anyway. I just need to sell them on the idea that I might have something that could benefit them. Then pull out my own email that shows them the savings, and they sign right up. So pretty easy business model. So guys, it's really just a choice if you want to be a customer at this point or a consultant. If you want to be a consultant, or if you want more information, I should say, make sure to get with the person who brought you to this training. They can get you some details, answer questions. We are going to open up for Q&A. And again, I'm going to go through a very, very complex training here in about a minute. You can see here it's $189 or $199 to be a consultant and your own first customer. So guys, this is your opportunity to join a community of entrepreneurs. As far as this space goes, I have not ever seen an easier business model. We're not trying to convince somebody that they need a bunch of oils on their skin or convince somebody that they're overweight and they need to take this product. We're just trying to say, hey, you're paying these bills anyway. You might want to take a look at this thing. By the way, here's a 2-minute video. Check it out, right? So join the community of like-minded entrepreneurs on this global change wave as we go out through the 50 states here in America and then overseas. All right, so here comes the very, very complex training. This is what we do when we start this business. We become a pro member, we upload our own bills and become our first customer. You enter your mother, your brother, your sister, get 3 customers, and that gives you a bonus. It ranks you up. It completes the entire process of what we need to do to rank up and earn our fast track bonus. And then you spend the rest of your life helping others do the same thing. That makes sense? There's our complex training. That's the entirety of what we do. It's a simple duplicatable model, and we don't ever complicate it more than that. So become your own customer, help out your mom, your brother, your sister, a couple of people. Now we keep getting customers, don't get me wrong, but as far as what we need to do to make this business work, it's a handful of customers, 3 customers, and then we just look for other people that might want to do the same thing and help them do that same thing and repeat. And we have trainings, we have a community of people like myself that are trainers in the company that help you teach this and coach this. And we also help you close those commercial deals as well for those of you that want to play around in commercial. All right, guys, so we have a summit coming up. For those of you that are interested, I know there's a lot of new consultants on here. And even if you're new to this and you're not a consultant yet, you can come down to our summit in New York and you can learn a lot more about the company. And this is on the 17th and the 18th of September. It's down in New York. We can get you more details on that. But as it stands now, you can see here that if you sponsor 1 new pro consultant, you get 2 free tickets to the summit. So I want to make sure that you guys are getting your tickets, coming down, getting educated, meeting the CEO, the chief sales officer, meeting myself, all the other leaders, and taking a deep dive into where this company's going, because I think your eyes will really light up when you understand the mission behind the company and that it's a give-back company. All right, everybody, so I want to thank you for coming to the training. We're going to open up for Q&A in a minute here.